Klodorf and Squirrel Buddy was an American computer animated adult television series produced by William Street for Cartoon Network's nighttime programming block Adult Swim that follows misadventures of a stoner tree-like creature named Klodorf and his non-verbal squirrel companion, Squirrel Buddy, as they navigate through the obscurities of their anthropomorphic world created by Matt Tardy, Chris Grosso, and Brandy Coates. The show premiered on September 20th, 2003. It aired about a total of 35 episodes over the course of its 3-year span. The only 23 are currently available in view, intended as a parody for child-friendly and other heavily censored cartoons. Tardy, Grosso, and Coates created the animated series as a means to take advantage of the channel's censorships on the mature subject matter despite its claims for the contrary. The show is considered one of the darkest and edgiest animated sitcoms to ever air on television, with its crude, profane, vulgar, and offensive humor style often pushing the boundaries of taste and decency. Its characters frequently use profanity and engage in sexually explicit situations, violent, gory scenes, and other mature themes such as substance abuse, death, and others. It often had trouble history, facing the cancellation of several occasions during its run and facing constant threats of censorships from the parent network. These censors often limited what they were able to air by cutting certain scenes to avoid fines or removing the entire episodes due to the show's depiction of sex, drugs, and violence. In 2006, the Parents Television and Media Council deemed it as a prime example of the violent, depraved filth that had been forced onto families in the Adult Swim programming block. Additionally, its animation was often noted to be some sort of the ugliest and creepiest scene on the television. It was often criticized by viewers as weird, scary, and disturbing, which often pulled off a majority of viewers from watching. Tom Kane, a former Adult Swim producer, described it as straight from hell. Due to its controversial themes and troubled history, poor animation, and low ratings, Klodorf and Squirrel Buddy was considered to be a complete failure by many people, often making several rankings of the worst animated shows of all time, including one at TV Guide, which had placed second. Many people called it one of the most terrible, disgusting, obscene things ever to appear on television. Adult Swim removed the series from its airing schedule in late 2006. Many of the series' episodes are difficult to find, with only 23 withstanding the test of time, while the rest, although their titles are known, are considered lost forever since its cancellation and final episode. It received very little to no coverage that was completely forgotten about the general public. While it's once considered one of the worst things to ever appear on television, in recent years it has been subjected to minor cult following and to have begun on 4chan. Some fans have petitioned Cartoon Network and Adult Swim to continue their series, but the pleas have always been ignored. The episodes are Pilot, Rough and Ready, Losing Touch, Ain't Love a Bitch, Stupid Shit, Couch Fucks, My Body is a Temple, Happy Tale, A Fart's Life for Me, Nature vs. Rage, The Ride, Jungle Love, Stuck on You, Cuckoldry, Hurricane Piss, Couch Surfing, Klodorf vs. Time, Trip Trip Hooray, The Bouncer, Meet the Neighbors, Stoner, Kraken Chicks, Hell of a Thing, Splatter Pig, What I Saw That Night, Killer, Hate Love, I've Always Been the Best, Klodorf vs. Squirrel Buddy, Girlfuck, The Lighter Side of Death, Choke on a Thing, I Love You Bitch, Creep, The End. The characters. The main ones are Klodorf and Squirrel Buddy. Note some of these characters only appeared in banned, otherwise lost episodes that are those usually known from various external sources, some in detail, such as their physical appearances are unknown. The Wife, Lena, Motorcycle Cop, Freddy, Mr. Clown, Trevor, Sticky Joe, Crazy Guy, Jones, the Doctor, Penelope, the Son, Doctor's Son, Brian, Ian, Freddy's father, Reginald, Molly, Mummy Dearest, the Blondie, the Bratty, The Man Who Never Came Back, Mr. WC, Billy Ray, Little Billy, Man in White, The Fat Black Guy, Genie Turtle. In the episode I've Always Been the Best, Klodorf and Squirrel Buddy worked with their friend Freddy Fox on the money scheme, which advertently leads to the destruction and pollution of the world around them. There were many establishments of themselves as to the conspiracy and engage in Nazi-like activities. With everything down to agriculture, anything salutes heavily resembling the Nazi German, which, if asked, is this internally? Tardy responded absolutely. In the Ben episode, My Body is a Temple, through a series of circumstances, Klodorf engaged in an inappropriate session with Squirrel Buddy in an action that many people described as disturbing, unnatural, and clear example of abuse. Squirrel Buddy was unable to verbally communicate and seemed to be struggling. In the same episode, Klodorf states that violence is a great way to spend a Saturday night, and that if you're going to go at it, you might as well take advantage of your buddy. Two seemingly male characters known as The Man Who Never Came Back and The Man in White, by those two who acquainted in the show, showed up in various episodes. The first of which is referred to his name because of his appearance in several of the show's first episodes. But, in the episode Happy Tale, the man is seen slowly walking out of frame for no apparent reason, and never shows up again. For this reason, he is known as a man who never came back. The second tall, entirely white eldritch monster-like creature that wears a white suit that shows up in various points in the show in the background. For his reason, he is referred to as the Man in White, completely unknown to the characters are or what their significance is. The final show's episode, The End, is entirely a parody of the opening of 1971 film A Clockwork Orange, with Klodorf and Squirrel Buddy sitting in the middle of a black void, staring without blinking and smiling sinisterly, while the camera slowly zooms out to reveal every single character in the show, dead or alive, all staring and smiling at the camera. A distorted version of the show's theme song plays in the background, with this going on for 15 minutes. Suddenly, a dull, never-before-heard narration voices states the following line: "This was a tale to entertain you, a story to decapitate you, a narrative to inspire you of a path of depravity. We're always been the best, and this is the end. Goodbye." The scene slowly fades to black, and the credits begin rolling. Klodorf and Squirrel Buddy sob and crying hysterically as the music becomes more and more louder and intense and eventually overpowers their cries. Although many skeptical of the episode's message, the most prevailing theory was that this jab of network executives for the cancellation of the show, and so on. What's up, my pretties? It's the Lion Queen here. I want to appreciate you all for tuning into this video, and I do appreciate you guys supporting my video by giving this video likes and stuff. If you really enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe if you're new, ring the bell for notifications to when I upload so that way you guys will get updated for whenever I upload. If you want to follow me on Twitter or DeviantArt, feel free to leave a follow on those if you are interested in following me on those socials. If you want to support my backup channel, known as Miss Dark Shigo, feel free to subscribe to it, as a link to that will also be in the About page section. And with that being said, and that being the case, thank you so much for watching, my pretties, and as always, stay pretty.